Before I even saw the movie you're about to get a review of, I had recently gotten into Nashville's own funny guy, Nate Bargatze. I actually watched a couple of his stand up comedy specials, Hello World on Prime Video, and his recent one, Your Friend Nate Bargatze on Netflix. But that's not what I'm going to be talking about. No, just more recently, he just got his very first feature film in The Breadwinner, now playing in theaters. But is this new family flick really as bad as the critics say? Or am I going to give this film some good old fashioned Big D justice and prove to the critics that they are wrong, that this is a winner either way? Find out right now in this spoiler free review of The Breadwinner. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome again to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. I'm the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a spoiler free review of the 2026 family comedy flick The Breadwinner, released by TriStar, directed by Eric Appel, written by Nate Bargatze, who makes his feature film debut in this, and Dan Lagana. Mandy Moore, along with Colin Jost, Zach Cherry, Martin Herlihy, and Kumail Nanjiani make appearances as well. In the film, it's about a car salesman named Nate, who apparently is about to be in for a real challenge. Now, of course, with my spoiler free reviews, I'm only giving you a little bit of the story, so I'm going to try and do as best as I can. Well, apparently, Nate is pretty big as, well, who happens to be a lifelong breadwinner because he does so well at his job at Toyota, the car lot. But when his wife, Katie, lands a once in a lifetime deal on Shark Tank that takes her on a prolonged business trip to Korea, Nate now has to take on a big challenge and a great responsibility. So he has to fend for his family as a first time stay at home dad. And once that occurs, the fun begins. And let me tell you, there's so much. So apparently, once Kay's gone, Nate is now the man of the house, as he's now in charge of his and Kay's daughters. Three of them: Gracie, Hadley, and Sam. I will say that who are absolutely very funny, but I'm getting too far ahead of myself. But I've got to tell you, again, the fun really begins. Nate tries to do his best, but it just don't turn out the way he wants and what have you. Boy, just looks so bad. But it manages to pick up, but still it takes a little turn for the worse later on. But overall, I thought, from my point of view, I think from what I've seen of The Breadwinner, I think this film's fun, what have you. With being like a guy who has to stay at home taking care of his three daughters, I would compare this to Mr. Mom in a way. And some right I would be. This film is absolutely hilarious, hysterical, and what have you. I mean, when we start, we're only like maybe a minute or two into this movie, and it's already got us laughing like crazy. Well, it got me to laughing so much, I just couldn't resist. It may have had a slow down the last in the little bit of the last act, but that doesn't really deduct much and what have you. Just when Kay's coming home for realsies for a special little interview and what have you on a podcast or something like that. But of the whole, Nate manages to explain everything, but I'll let you see how that goes. So if you want to know how it goes, go see the movie. Trust me. I think you'll really get a kick out of this film. It is absolutely hilarious, hysterical, and what have you. Now, again, I think this film's just got a huge misunderstanding. Now, though this was originally supposed to come out this past March, but it got postponed for certain reasons. But anyway, I'm going to say the reviews are terrible. I can't understand this. This film sits at 29% on Rotten Tomatoes, where they say as unlikely to ruffle any feathers as it is to drum up many laughs. This film's half-baked jokes turn Nate Bargatze's avatar of the befuddled patriarch into one stale oaf. Huh, I disagree. Sorry. And same thing with Metacritic. They're hard on this with 36 on their score. Audiences by Cinema Score gave it an average A minus, which I appreciate. That's fairly decent. Maybe not good, but decent. But to all you critics, I feel like this has been a misunderstanding and what have you. This film is absolutely hilarious. After seeing two of Mr. Bargatze's specials and what have you, I actually kind of felt his humor was pretty good. When I saw his Hello World special, it got me laughing to a few times. When I saw your friend Nate Bargatze, well, it didn't quite give me the laugh up too much, but I still liked it though. And I haven't watched the other specials he's done, but I'm sure they're just as funny. Well, which reminds me, you can actually see some clips from those specials and some outtakes of the film during the film's closing credits. That's one heads up I'm only going to give to you. Now, the film has a pretty good score done by Leo Birenberg and Zach Robinson. That's pretty decent, what have you. But anyway, this film's only made $3 million on a $25 million budget. I'm worried that this film's not going to do so well, so I wish us the best of luck. It's going to need it big time. But I think if you're into stuff like Mr. Mom or maybe other films that kind of has similar feel to it, like, oh, I don't know, maybe some that may not be quite like family friendly stuff, like the big Mama's House films, first two anyways, then I'd say you'd feel right at home with this film. Or if you really want some family laughs and what have you, then maybe if you like stuff like Are We There Yet? Or Are We Done Yet? Or heck, even Daddy Daycare or films like that, then I'd say you should feel right at home with The Breadwinner in no time. True, it may not have rudeness and what have you, but it's still pretty darn hilarious and what have you. Pretty gosh darn hilarious that is. It just cracked me up every time. I mean, I thought this was better than even Mr. Bargatze's specials and what have you. Crazy, man. So I found the story to be just fine as is. I don't care what the critics say. The heck with what they say. Don't listen to them. They're just being, as always, sometimes being plumb ignorant. You know what I'm saying, people? But anyway, for the cast, we have Nate Bargatze as Nate. I've got to say, he's a card here. He steals the show big time, doing just whatever he can to please his daughters. Oh, wow. Mandy Moore, I haven't heard from her in a long time, even though I didn't really watch, well, her in some things she's done, what have you, since the NBC drama series This Is Us ended. I know she was on there, but I've seen her in other films aside from hearing her great tunes, which reminds me, you can hear a little bit of the music of her big breakout hit Candy from 1999. Yeah, you better believe it. So actually, you get to hear the young version of stuff. Be thankful it's actually the real McCoy and not a blooming re-recording. But enough said. Mandy Moore, I loved her performance. I mean, she was so incredible. I loved her performance. Very good. Playing Keegan Jones is Will Forte. Uh, SNL fame. I gotta say, he's pretty funny in his performance. Absolutely, really, really good. Um, who happens to be the guy who fixes up the Wilcox family's roof in the film. He's really a card too. Colin Jost as Connor Ashford. Yeah, this guy here, he's pretty funny. Um, Zach Cherry plays Dan, Nate's boss, who most people might remember him from playing Clev in the MCU and as Woody Thomas on Prime Video's big hit series of Fallout and Apple TV's Severance. He's pretty good. And a rival to Nate, Payam Mahar, played by Kumail Nanjiani. Yes, I remember that guy. Yeah. I mean, he's been in numerous shows and movies and what have you. I've just seen him in so many of them. He was in Eternals and Ghostbusters Frozen Empire and lots of others and what have you. So I gotta say, he was pretty darn awesome and funny. But aside from all that, we have Kate Berland as Angela Ashford, that's Connor's wife. I'm almost sure of that. Martin Hurley as Peter. Nate's no, that might be was no. Take that back. Brett Cullen plays Walter Wilcox. That's Nate's dad. I almost mistaken Peter for him. I apologize for that. And for the girls, we have Stella Grace Fitzgerald as Gracie, the eldest of the group. Very, very good character. Birdie Borria as Hadley. I loved her. But I also love Charlotte Ann Tucker as the youngest in the group, Sam. I've got to say, cute and absolutely adorable and funny. So, anyway, again, I think this film's got a big misunderstanding here, okay? With the critics. So don't mind what the critics say. Go see this movie anyway. I mean, if you're into Nate Bargatze's hystericalness and family friendly stand up routines and what have you, then I think you'll love this film. If you like films like Mr. Mom or some of the other films I mentioned, I think you'll really like this film. Give it a shot. Go see it before it disappears. The Breadwinner, it was absolutely crazy, hysterical, and very, very funny. For my score, I'm giving The Breadwinner 5 stars, which means, of course, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 10. Sorry, critics, you know what they say. You snooze, you lose. So what did you think of The Breadwinner? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. Join me next time when I bring to you my TV log on Dexter's Laboratory. If you like this, check out my reviews for these other films. If you'd like something like this, check out my reviews of Mr. Mom from 1983 in the upper left-hand corner, or you can check out my review of Big Mama's House from 2000, or its sequel, Big Mama's House 2 from 2006 in the bottom left-hand corner. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.